All right, we've reached the end of our All-News4JAX journey with the final installment celebrating the best high school athletes from the fall season.
Culpepper, what a football season it was for defensive stars in our area.
Yeah, it really was. This is the final day of our All-News4JAX teams. Tonight we honor the football stars, as you mentioned, on the defensive side of the ball and naming our Defensive Player of the Year. So Justin Barney, take it away.
Thank you, Cole. Now we are heading into our All-News4JAX top defensive team, and defense was where the strength in the area was at this season. Let's start out with our punter, Caleb Francis from Jackson. He led the area with 46.8 punting average and also a versatile player all over the field, 5 interceptions for him. Damani Dent, he's a kid you're going to hear about in the future. Played at Terry Parker, signed with Michigan, second on the Braves this season with 4 interceptions. Moving up to our DB, Sharif Denson from Bartram Trail, and Bartram's defense was the strength of the team this season. Couple picks for him, and he was a difference maker. Another defensive back, Mandarin, Tony Carter. Good season for Tony. Mandarin had a very good defense this season. He had 134 tackles and also an interception for the Mustangs. Jack Pyburn, maybe the most ferocious linebacker in the area from Bowles, 109 tackles, 32 for loss, big hit after big hit. He's going to be a name to watch out for come signing day. Moving up, linebackers, Cade Morrell of Trinity Christian, 149 tackles, 18 tackles for loss, 11 quarterback hurries, 6.5 sacks. Key defensive player for the state champion Trinity Christian Conquerors. Grayson Howard led Jackson to the best season they've had in quite some time, 157 tackles, 14 for loss. He is going to be a big player on some colleges' roster in 2023. Ben Bogle, 202 tackles for Nice, led the state. A great season for Nice. The turnaround for the Panthers, defense was at the center of that. Defensive line, Hayden Schwartz, he signed with Minnesota. 4th on the team with 57 tackles, 20 tackles for loss, and 8 sacks for the Bulldogs. Moving on the defensive line, Deante McCray, 12 sacks, 72 tackles, and 13 tackles for loss from Sandalwood. Orlando Holland, man, you don't have games like this. 8 sacks in the regional finals against Wakulla. He had 27 sacks on the season and led the area. And we make our way to our last 4 players here. Defensive lineman Messiah Wells of Riverside, a great season for him. 61 total tackles. He was a force on that defensive line. 27 for loss and 9 sacks for the Generals. Christian Yusfazada, an athlete for Creekside, mainly a defensive player, but he did everything for the Knights during their best season in program history. 15 tackles for loss for him. Jameel Jones, we talk about defense. Baker County had one of the best in the area. Jameel had 10 picks, also the leading punter on the team, 34.5-yard average on those kicks. The last one here, CJ Dorsey, just an amazing all-around athlete, 35 tackles, 9 interceptions, 4 sacks, and he did it on offense too. 1,303 all-purpose yards and 5 touchdowns. That leads us to our Defensive Player of the Year, Jaheim Singletary, the cornerback from Riverside. He had 28 tackles this season, a team-high 4 picks. He also had 236 receiving yards and 4 touchdowns. Ended his career with 14 interceptions, too many big plays to count. The most memorable portion of his career was sitting next to his mom on signing day as he signed with Georgia.
A special moment because my mom's a single parent, so like coming up, I just knew that's all she wanted was like for one of her kids to make her proud, like just be that guy, like, and I'm just glad I could do that, like, and go off to college and just do that for my mom. Just made me so happy for real, like, because like I love that lady. I love that lady with everything gave me, and like just to seeing her doing that and the way that made her feel, it just made me just more even happier. Like I'm just another step away from the goal. But that's why I was just so happy, like, at the moment, because I know everything we done been through and what she done did for us to get here. So it's like that moment there just put a big smile on my face.